And it is a Friday and still giving you nothing but the best when it comes to entertainment. And listen, every single Friday we speak to someone who is in the digital space. And today we are focusing on photography. Before the ad break, I asked you guys to send me all those photography questions so I can ask the man himself, Toufiq, in the building. Welcome to the show and thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
First and foremost, before we get into who Toufiq is, talk to me about why, or rather when you fell in love with photography.
I would say my family and friends.
Yeah.
Before I became a photographer, everyone used to ask me, oh, at gatherings, you usually have your go-to person to shoot content for you because you want your pictures taken a certain way as well. And that's basically when I started my photography. In 2020, COVID happened. I started shooting random stuff at home. I had a camera, a small camera, and that's when I started my photography business. So thanks to COVID, but also my friends and family.
Yeah, it's always nice finding out what you're good at, especially from around your friends. Because I'm sure you also thought, I take nice pictures, but the more people ask you, you're like, actually, I take great pictures. Now, what's your favorite type of photography? Is it landscape? Is it portrait? Is it more of the beach, the scenery? Like, what is that photography that you're like, I wish I could do that all the time?
So I started off with portrait photography, one-on-ones. That was easier because I did not have a portfolio to show. I used to love that, the one-on-one sessions, because, I mean, the models can slay. They have their moment, and we make even them feel like they're having their moment. But now I'm on a level where I'm shooting wedding photography, bigger groups, more intimate, and I love it because that is basically your moment. It's therapeutic as well when you and your husband or your partner have a moment with each other, close to each other, shooting. So I love that, and I love being part of people's special moment.
Man, I absolutely think that's so beautiful. And also another thing that I want to find out though is you can see photography and you're like, wow, it's such a beautiful thing. I want to learn about it. But now the equipment, 10 million rand. Like, is it really expensive to be a photographer? Do you need a specific type of lens to be able to capture the moment? Like, what goes into that part of photography?
So I would say that it depends on the type of photography that you're doing as well. Obviously, you're going to need a camera to shoot, and to produce high quality images, you're going to need a good camera. I wouldn't say, for yourself starting off, you wouldn't need an expensive camera because remember, you're starting, you're practicing, you don't actually know what you're doing unless you went and study photography. But being a freelance photographer, and most freelance photographers, they start off with a basic camera just to have this or get the skill. So you're going to need camera, good lighting. Lights is important. So a speed light, or additional lights like in the room today, just to enhance the images as well. And then your laptop or your computer to edit the images. So there's actually like a process, and being a photographer is not only taking the pictures, but also doing your marketing, digital marketing, creating the content. So there's quite a few things going into it, but I wouldn't say that it's expensive because it's an investment at the end of the day.
And I love that you mentioned, actually, because I was just about to ask you about the ins and outs of photography, because most people think you take the picture, it's done. But actually, for my photography friends, I've learned that just taking the picture is like maybe like 15% of the work. You actually have to edit, Photoshop, etc. There's so many things that go into it. So what are the 3 things, if you were to give like a new photographer like examples or rather advice, what are 3 things that they should remember when they're getting into the world of photography?
So remember, shooting or doing a shoot or going onto a shoot, if it's a portrait shoot, it will take an hour to shoot or less than an hour. The actual work starts after that shoot. We actually need to invest time because you want the pictures a certain way and a certain aesthetic as well. So you need to have patience. You need to be disciplined as well because sometimes it can get annoying looking at the same person the whole time or editing the whole time the same thing. So it actually takes time. So you need to have that patience and discipline to edit.
And most importantly, the passion. Do you have the passion to
You need to. I mean, if you're not passionate about it, what are you actually doing? You understand? And people go on photo shoots because they feel their best, or they want to look the best on images.
Absolutely.
I mean, I get clients every day asking, please don't make me look like this. I don't want to look fat. I don't want to look tall. So there's a certain way. So you need to be passionate about what you're doing because that's going to motivate you as well to go into that shoot and do your best and make that person feeling the best and looking the best as well.
I feel like, though, as I look at you, you are the multi-talented, so I'm sure you do other things as well. Talk to me about other things that you are into other than photography.
Okay, so I am a content creator on TikTok, so I have about 200,000 followers on TikTok. So that's myself and my partner. We do comedy.
I thought you were about to say, like, I have, like, maybe, like, 5K followers. He said 200K. Wow, that is crazy. That's incredible.
Yeah, so we do comedy on TikTok.
Yeah.
I am also a student advisor, so I work at a tertiary institution. Giving a career advice if you don't know what you want to become.
That is actually so good for our viewers because some of them are very young, so they're still trying to figure out actually what would I like. So if someone is watching and saying, Toufiq, you have inspired me, I need to find out more about you, where can I go on social media to show you all the love and ask you questions possibly?
So you can get me on Instagram, Toufiq_WJ, Facebook T Production. I also have a website on my Instagram, and in TikTok I'm T Production as well.
Yeah, and before I let you go quickly, because you did say you give advice, any advice to any young person that's watching this Friday?
About photography?
Yes.
Okay, so if you want to become a photographer, remember there's so many photographers out there as well.
Yeah.
The question you need to ask yourself, what's going to set your work apart from the next person?
Absolutely.
Why are they going to choose you as a photographer to shoot whatever they need instead of the next person, because there's so many photographers? And you ask if I'm passionate about it as well. So if you're passionate about something, it will be successful. It doesn't mean it's going to happen overnight. Mine never happened overnight. It took me 3 years to build up and have the social media and the platform and portfolio that I have today. So it takes time. Be passionate about it and be disciplined.
Toufiq, thank you so much for joining us.